I'm Grace.
So let's get started.
I'm a recipe blogger, family-taught home chef,
Cheers.
Cheers.
iPhone-only photographer, and proud New Englander. These from-scratch baked beans are surprisingly easy to make and are the perfect tangy, sweet, and smoky flavor.
I guarantee you that you're going to want to eat the entire pan of baked beans by yourself, but I am not responsible for what happens after you eat 2 cans of beans by yourself. But what I am responsible for is showing you how to make the best baked beans ever. And it starts off with cooking bacon and sweating your bacon in a bunch of veggies, and I'm gonna show you how I did it. Start off by cooking your bacon until crispy. Use a slotted spoon to scoop the bacon into a paper towel lined bowl and drain the fat from the pan, but leave the drippings. Add your red pepper, sweet onion, and garlic and saute for just a few minutes over medium heat. Veggies cooked in bacon drippings, you can't get better than that. Actually, you kind of can, because we're gonna make the best sauce ever to coat our beans. It's basically like a barbecue sauce. We have some sweet, tangy, and smoky elements, all the things, and it starts off with ketchup. And even if you aren't a ketchup fan, ketchup is often a base for barbecue sauce because it's tangy, it has that tomato taste, and sweet. Maple syrup, we want real maple syrup, and this is gonna give your baked beans sweetness, but also at like that touch of maple. And final sweet ingredient, we have some dark brown sugar, which has a nice molasses taste to it. And we're on to tangy. We have some Dijon mustard, the king of tangy ingredients. Vinegar next. A little splash of apple cider vinegar is my favorite in these. And then Worcestershire. I always get criticized for my pronunciation, but I'm gonna say it how I want. And Worcestershire is not only tangy, but it has a little sweetness and a bunch of spices in there. And then the smoke, you can't forget that with baked beans. And I use some smoked paprika. Boom, boom. And we want a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And we're gonna mix this together. Am I allowed to drink this? I don't think it's gonna make it to the beans. Beans. I don't know. Am I allowed to drink this? I want it. Okay, next up, we got beans. We gotta have beans for our baked beans. And these are navy beans, which are classic in baked beans. How many times am I gonna say beans? I don't know. And we can't miss our bacon, the star of the show, adding that meaty deliciousness and that smoky flavor. Mix it together, and then it's time to bake them. In they go. 8x8 baking dish. Just slide them into that 8x8 baking dish and spread them out. We're gonna cover that sucker up as tight as you can with a piece of foil. And we're going to stick this guy in the oven, 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Then you're gonna take the foil off for 15 and you'll be done. Good night. The moment is here, and it's very hot, but I'm going for it anyway. Can't wait. Oh! Besides burning my mouth, it was so worth it. Tangy, sweet, smoky. The beans are tender and creamy. Check this out on tastefullygrace.com. You won't regret it. I guarantee you that you're going to want to eat the entire pan of baked beans. But I also warn you that you may not want to eat all of these, given what they say happens to you after you eat all of them.